Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome,
Hi.
welcome. If you are new here, my name is Wendy, and we're going to be discussing Salt to the Sea. So, if you have not read this book, there will be spoilers. Probably not till after, I would say, the second question. So, you can just join in and leave a wave emoji if you've read the book. I'm going to go ahead and let my host introduce yourself, and you can talk about your book club, Elise, and then
Okay.
you guys can also talk about what you like to read.
Perfect.
Do you want to go first?
Go ahead,
Okay.
Elise.
You have the book club.
Hi, everyone. I'm Elise of Literally Elise here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. I like to read a little bit of everything, but I think I usually am more comfortable with sci-fi, fantasy, romantasy. I do really enjoy historical fiction. I don't read it super often, but I usually enjoy it when I do. Thrillers, I'm pretty burnt out on, so I don't generally read too many of those. And yes, as Wendy said, I do have a book club. It is Libernauts Book Club. It's a science fiction book club. We meet every month. We're over on Fable, and then I do have live discussions on my YouTube channel. So that's me.
Yay.
Okay. Well, I'm Jen, everybody. I don't have a book club, but I belong to all the book clubs, so I read them
Yes.
all. I read everything as well. I read probably my favorite would be historical fiction, lit fic, thriller, romance. I mean, literally, I read it all.
Everything
But
now.
yes, I mean, fantasy and epic fantasy now, sad books, happy books. Like I read it all.
Classics.
Do it all.
Yeah, we've been into our classic journey recently.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
classics. Yes, I had to add that to my
Yes. Yes.
my journey.
Well, I am going to go ahead and go through who's here. I don't think we'll have a 10 tonight, but that's totally okay. You guys can watch the replay. Hello, Betsy. Ready to discuss
Betsy.
this depressing book.
Yeah.
This is true.
Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. I'm glad you guys read it. Everybody's saying hi to each
Hi,
other.
hi, hi.
And I'll go ahead and start off with a simple question. Hold on, let me get rid of this. How did you guys read the book? We'll start with Jen this time.
Okay. Well, I had the book, the actual book, but I did get it from Libby. I used my Kindle and I used the audio. And the
Mhm.
audio, I loved the audio. I love
Yeah.
when there's like multiple narrators and like they each read for each other. I love that's like my favorite kind of audio
Mhm.
is when they do that. So I did audio and Kindle for this one, but I had the
Mhm.
other one. So kind of all three.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
Yep, I
How
did
about
the
you, Elise?
same. Yep,
Yeah.
did the same.
The
Got
same.
the Kindle from my library,
I did
listened
too.
to the audio as well. So I
Yeah.
did. I really enjoyed the audio.
Yeah, it was great. I really
Mhm.
liked
So
it a lot.
typically, I never use audio. I just am not an audio person, but I actually had gone to the eye doctor one day and my eyes were
Oh, that's
dilated.
right.
So
Oh,
reading was like a no-go.
not gonna
So I
happen.
started
Yeah.
listening to the audio and it was so good. And
Mhm.
so I listened to the rest of the book on audio and I did eventually tandem, but it
Yeah.
was a really good audio. I
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was
usually like
really
to
good.
ask this question just because then people can know if it was a good audio or
Yeah.
not,
For
Mhm.
because sometimes you just never know.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Used
the
Kindle.
Mhm.
Okay, and so the next question is first impressions of this story. We'll try to keep this a little spoiler free, and then after this question, we can get into spoilers. Betsy said she read it
with their
physically with
eyeballs.
eyeballs only. Okay, Elise, what were your first impressions?
I was actually pretty impressed with how quickly I fell into the story. Like, usually it takes me a few chapters before I'm like, okay, I'm hooked. But I feel like this one, it happened right away. So yeah, I mean, my first impressions were really good.
Mhm.
Good.
And
Yeah,
I
same.
wasn't anticipating like the heartbreak that we end up seeing. Like
Yeah.
it didn't feel like that at the very beginning. So
Yeah, my question keeps disappearing. Why does it keep
oh,
doing that?
is it on a timer? because they have like that weird timer
Oh, it
setting now.
does.
Hmm.
Okay. All right, go ahead and answer and I'll fix this.
Oh, okay. Mine, I thought it was really quick. I thought it was
Hmm.
I thought it was heartbreaking from the beginning. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought we were gonna kind of like learn a little bit about everybody and what's going on. And I feel like they just kind of threw you in and they were like, okay, you know. So but I did like the real short chapters. I love short
Hmm.
chapters. So that was like a really good thing for me. But just really heartbreaking was my first
Yeah.
impression. Just sad
Yeah.
and heartbreaking, but quick and fast.
Same. I will say my initial impressions is that it was so easy to get into. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like she just throws you in there,
Yes.
and I liked that it was multiple POV. I liked that the chapters were short. So I do feel like it immediately piqued my interest, and it was really easy to binge.
Yes.
Hmm.
So,
For sure. Yes.
Yeah.
And the audio helped that too. I felt like it was
yeah.
very bingeable because of that too.
Yeah.
Tammy says it was a very quick read. She
She
read this
read it
in
in
2
like
days.
she read it very quickly.
She totally, like, shocked all of us.
Yeah, like we usually know what each other's reading, and then she was like, "Oh, I finished it," and we're like, "I didn't even know you started."
I know. That was so fast. I thought it was fast-paced with short chapters, and I was hooked
Yeah.
right away. Yeah. All right, so then from here on out, there can be spoilers, so if you did not read the book, make sure you do not stay. This question is, who was your favorite character? I think it's Jen. Jen, did you answer first last time?
Okay,
Or was
yeah,
that Elise?
or I think it
I
was-
did.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Jen's turn.
I think I put two, but because I kind of couldn't decide between the two. So initially, of course, Joanna it looks like Joanna, but I think the audio
Yeah.
was Joanna.
Yep.
Just because I think with her being the nurse, she was just the like caretaker, and she was just the kind, sweet, didn't leave anybody behind. She was very, like we're not, we're sticking together, and just her kindness like really drew me
Yeah.
to her. But then I could not resist when they would talk to the shoe poet Opie. I
Yes.
think
Yes.
I loved his little wisdom things he said, and just like he's so smart, and like with the thing with the shoes and stuff. I just thought I loved his little parts that he kind of had, like his little words of wisdom. Like he was definitely another one of my favorites, I think. I don't even know if
Yes.
he had a name. I'm sure I didn't.
I feel like they just called him the poet, right?
Yeah, the shoe poet.
And then
once the little boy joined,
yeah,
he started calling him Opie.
Yeah. I tried to write down names so I would remember everybody's name.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah.
How about you, Elise?
Yeah, I'm in the exact same boat. Joanna, just because for the exact same reasons,
Yeah.
she's just so kind, and she just
Yes.
was making sure everybody was okay.
Yes.
And I really liked her heart. But then, yes, Opie, he was just very sweet, and I was devastated at the end.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Also with Joanna, when she wrote the note that she took the sewing kit, like, when they went to the house, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, just like the kindness so that she would write a note like, I'm taking this sewing kit,
Yeah.
even though, I was
Yeah.
like, I loved her.
So I feel like the shoe poet was my favorite. I
Yeah.
just really liked his wisdom. I feel like he always had the right thing to say at the right time.
Yes,
Yep.
definitely.
And so I just loved his quotes in the book
Yes.
so much.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was definitely.
I love that we all had the same answer.
I know. We're like,
Yes, the shoe poet. We'll all have the same answer for the next one.
I'm sure.
I loved his wisdom.
Yeah.
Yes. He had a name, but I'm not remembering it. I mean, maybe it is Opie. I thought that was like a term.
Yeah, when you call
Like
it
my grandpa
like a
or
Like
something.
grandpa. That's what I thought. I thought that just meant grandpa.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they told us his first name, but maybe I'm wrong. So it is Joanna, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay,
what I
Joanna.
said it in the audio.
Yeah,
but
and I never would have known that if it weren't for the
No,
audio.
I
I
would call
definitely
her
would have called it
Joanna.
Joanna. Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think I wrote. Yeah.
Yes. The poet and Joanna. It's just so not natural to say it that way to me.
I know. It's.
I think it's like an Eastern European thing, because I actually have a friend who's from Poland, and I know
Okay.
Joanna is Latvian, but my friend from Poland, her name is Justina. It looks like
Oh.
Justina, but it's Justina.
So I wonder if like they travel, if people just constantly mispronounce it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I'm sure. Yeah.
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 Okay. Elise, who was your least favorite character?
Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just all say that's our answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also
Yep.
wasn't a big fan of Is it Erna? The
Oh,
mom.
Ava.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, she was kind
oh.
of like always complaining.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
Alfred was my number. I
Yeah.
think everyone's picking that. You can't take me with
Yes,
her trash.
trash.
Yeah.
Trash can.
He was
Yes.
just at first I wasn't sure, and then as it
Yeah.
keeps unfolding, you're like,
I thought he was gonna like start out kind of bad, but then maybe kind of change his ways a little, but then no.
Nope.
Not at all.
yeah,
Just
no,
like
he
how
was
condescending he was, especially towards women. Just got under my
Yes.
skin so
Oh, I
much.
know. I
yeah,
know.
all of his inner monologue, especially when he was on the ship when they were all there, I was like,
Mhm.
this guy is horrible.
Trash can.
Just absolute.
Yep.
I don't even need Betsy's answer because it's gonna be Alfred. We all know how she felt
I
about
know.
it. If only one character had been chosen to narrate, which would you have chosen and why, Jen?
Okay, I picked Florian for this. I felt like he really started out kind of, selfish and kind of like, on a mission for himself. But then as the story went on, I feel like he really grew and he really grew on me. And like, I
Mhm.
really, he's really started to like when he wanted to know Joanna's name. And I feel like after that, I think his character just grew for me. And so I
Mhm.
Yeah.
felt like he kind of had the best story, I guess, would be why
Mhm.
why I picked him. It just felt like he grew the best and, matured, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm exactly the same. I chose Florian. I thought he kind of had the most interesting background, kind of with
Yes.
the art restoration stuff.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed his chapters and just getting to know him more because obviously when we first meet him, he's kind of like standoffish and
Mm-hmm.
you're not
Mhm.
sure like, do we like this guy? Do we
Yeah.
not?
Is he
But then
good?
the
Yeah.
more that you learn about him, you're like, oh, he is a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's just got a hard shell.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I really loved Joanna's chapters.
Yeah,
So
I did too.
initially I would say her just because I loved seeing her compassion and like
Yeah.
I also always love like medical things in books. So I always gravitate to like the nurse or whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
those are like my favorite things in books
Mm-hmm.
to read about. So I think that I would have liked her to be the number one, but I also would have said Florian a second because
Yeah.
he did have like this mysterious stuff
Yes.
going on that made it really
Yes.
interesting.
Yeah.
So he would have made a really good one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Plus, like when we were in his POV, when he would talk about other people, I really liked the way he did that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like we
I
could
Yeah.
agree.
learn so much about somebody even when we're not in their POV because
Yeah.
he's the one describing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's right.
His
Heinz.
name is
Heinz.
Heinz.
Okay.
I hit it off already, Yeah, I didn't even need you to tell me.
Okay.
So, Betsy was looking for the name for us. I did
Oh,
not catch that at all.
thank you.
Did you
I
guys
thought
catch
I
that?
remember it, but I didn't remember it, like,
Mhm.
but I remember
Yeah.
having a name, but I couldn't think of it. Thanks, Betsy.
They just never call him that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think Florian had the most character growth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Um, what part in the book stood out to you the most, good or bad, and why, Elise?
Well, for me, it was definitely mostly once the ship started sinking because things went downhill very quickly.
Mhm.
But the part that kind of like haunts me a little bit is when Florian is talking about when the ship is like pulling away from the dock and like the women are trying to like throw their babies on board so they can have a better life and like the babies miss and fall in
Yeah.
the water and yeah,
Yeah, that was so horrible.
that was
Yeah.
really rough to read. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was,
So
like, way more graphic than I thought it was gonna
Yeah.
it
be.
was, yeah. That's a
Yeah.
great way to
And it's
say
like
it.
I would say, like, that was one of my main mixed things about this is that this is YA.
Yeah.
So I was kind of surprised at the amount of I mean, I guess in historical fiction, I think in high school they have you reading all kinds of stuff that's really violent. I
Yeah.
mean, because I think it was Leah who said they read like The Catcher in the Rye, which I think is pretty brutal. I've never read that,
I
but
haven't
I've
read
just
it either.
heard.
Me neither.
And so I'm thinking, well, I guess in historical fiction, they just feel like they should know those things. But it was
Yeah.
just surprising to me. I didn't think
Mhm.
that you could put as much violence in a YA
Yeah. I thought
book,
so
but
too. I felt like it was very like, is this is YA? I thought I was a
Yeah.
little shocked.
yeah. Um, but I would say what stood out to me the most, I feel like what I remember the most is when Florian saved is it, how do you say her name?
Amelia?
Amelia.
Emilia?
Yeah.
Amelia,
Mhm.
when he saved her from the
Mhm.
Russian, I
Mhm.
feel like that really drew me into the story, like, that whole
Yeah.
scene really stuck out in my mind,
Yeah.
and that's when I was like, "Oh, man, I'm really into this book," is, like,
Yeah.
right around that part.
Yeah. I feel like for me it was Ingrid's story. Because at first you just know there's like the blind girl and you don't really know anything
Mhm.
about her. And then you kind of learn like when Joanna had to disguise her blindness and she put
Mhm.
the wrap around her or her eyes to make it seem like it was an injury versus the blindness.
Mhm.
And so that's when you really started to learn about her. And then just when you're getting to know her, the ice scene, my
Yeah.
mouth just dropped. I was like, I even just got chills even thinking
Me
about
too.
that scene again. I text Wendy and Tammy like, "Oh my gosh, Ingrid, that
That
was
was so
devastating." That
traumatic.
right there.
Yeah.
I mean, once you feel like you're getting to know her, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh,
Yeah,
just the
and
Yeah.
we're just
worst.
like, "Oh, this is how
Yeah,
this book is gonna go."
like but just another good thing with Joanna when she thought to do that with
Yeah.
the bandages on the eyes, because they would have seen her blindness as a weakness and stuff.
Mhm.
So I don't know. That part for me, I was like, oh,
And
Mhm.
wasn't it so interesting that she could, like, describe people without seeing them?
yes,
I thought
yes,
that was so crazy.
Mhm.
yes.
Like, I wanna just know how she was able to do that. She
Same,
was talking about that soldier's scarf, and I'm like, "How would you even like, how?"
right?
Well, and she
Because
could kind of sense when he was, like, holding it out to her to kinda test her.
yeah, like,
Yeah,
how?
I
Yeah.
That's
know.
or like, "Oh, the one that stole from you, like, Florian stole." I'm like, "How does she know these things?"
Yeah,
It's so crazy to me.
yeah.
I remember him telling Florian when they were talking his name.
That
Mm.
his name.
Oh my gosh, that was so heartbreaking. Yes, for sure. You could have been talking about anything we
I
said,
know
though.
the
Yeah.
whole book. You mean the whole book? Yes.
So, I'm not sure which one you're referring to. Oh my gosh, it was all the devastating deaths with the babies and the children that hit me so hard, I almost
Yes.
thought it was a little much for YA. I
Yeah.
agree.
I think so too, honestly.
And I feel like her other book, I Must Betray You, it wasn't like that as much.
Mhm.
I
It
was
was much
wondering,
more
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, if her other books were like that.
I mean, it definitely had stuff, but it was not like this. That's
Mhm.
for sure. When we found out what happened to Amelia and how
Oh,
she looked at
yes.
Florian as yes, how she always called him the knight. I
Yeah,
thought
that
that
Mhm.
was
was
so
sweet.
sweet.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, we all were like, "Oh my
I know.
gosh." That was such a sad part.
Yeah.
I forget who last answered.
I think
Um,
I did, so Jen goes
okay.
first.
I put a
Okay,
couple
describe the book.
in 3 words.
Yeah.
I put 4 because I was just in case someone used my word. I put heartbreaking,
Mhm.
fast paced,
Mhm.
traumatic, and heavy.
Mhm.
Mm.
I did cold, emotional and quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, devastating, I did not write mine down, I'm just thinking on the fly. Devastating, historical. Um, I'm trying to think of a good third word. I don't know, just sad. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just the same as what you guys said, but
I
That's
think
what I'm gonna
everyone's
stick
probably.
out in my mind is this book is like the saddest book ever.
Yeah.
It definitely is the saddest book I ever read. Like I
Like,
had to
so
immediately
sad.
read something happy. I started a
Yeah.
Kirby Walsh immediately. I was like, I need something good, something happy.
And light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so surprised. I knew it would be sad, but I was like,
Yeah.
did not realize how sad.
Yeah. You know
Mhm.
how like when you read like a Frida McFadden book and like every chapter it's like twisty and you're like, oh my gosh, this was like the historical fiction version of like every chapter ends in like, oh my gosh, like you're like crying every chapter.
Like,
Yeah.
can it get any worse?
Yeah,
Yes,
like
it
oh
can.
no, this and it's like, oh no, well this is, Yeah.
Like, everything that could go wrong did go wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I feel like it was gonna focus mostly on the ship, like I think you were saying that
That's what
earlier
I thought.
too. I thought it was gonna be
Yes.
like, but then it was like the whole beginning too. It's like, okay, well,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was a while before they even like got on the
Yeah, that
ship.
was
So
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was all the devastating deaths with the babies and the children. That hit me so hard. I almost thought it was a little oh, we already answered that. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I didn't star my comment and I reread it. And then I read this too. Devastating, impactful, heavy, emotional.
Mhm.
Heartbreaking, survival, and
Oh,
loss.
survival.
That's a good one.
That's a
Mhm.
really good one.
All right. Have you read from this author, and will you read another book by this author if you have not?
I have not. And I think if the synopsis intrigues me, I'm
Mhm.
kind of picky with historical fiction, I think. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I've read way too many World War II.
Yeah.
So as long as it's not that, then potentially yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
I
about you,
haven't
Jen?
either, but I definitely want to read the one you what I already forgot what it was called.
I
But
Must Betray You.
Yeah, I remember you
Mhm.
talked about that a while ago and I wanted to read that. So, and
Yeah.
then I was telling Wendy she has an adult debut coming up this year. I don't remember
Oh.
when. I It's on my Goodreads, but I thought that would be an interesting, like, she does YA so good, I'd be curious how her adult,
Yeah.
her adult
I'm
debut.
just sitting here thinking, how much worse could it be for an adult?
Yeah, I know.
If this
That's
is
a
how
good
the
point.
Maybe it
YA
would be.
was. I Must Betray You is the one I read and loved, and I gave
Okay.
that 5 stars.
Okay.
Of course, it's sad. I did sob, but
Yeah.
it is not a World War II story, and it is on Romania, and
Oh.
I had never read anything like this historical fiction
Yeah,
wise, and I think
same.
that's why I gave it 5 stars because, like you, Elise, I've read so many World War II.
Mhm.
So that was what I was a little disappointed about in this book. Like, I knew it took place around that time, but I thought it was gonna focus mostly on the ship
Yeah.
stuff,
Mhm.
and so I was like, "Oh, it's another World War II. This is not what I thought it was gonna be." Which it did, shed light on the boat, but I just thought she would take more of the story from that
Yeah.
point
Mhm.
of view. So,
Yeah.
definitely, if you want a story that is not World War II, that one's a really good one.
Okay. I'm
Mhm.
gonna add that to my TBR.
That's exactly it. She is the Frida of historical
Yeah. I just
fiction.
kept
Yeah,
thinking like every chapter it's like, oh my goodness.
yeah. First book, but I will read another.
Yeah.
Yes. This is the second book I've read by her, and I wanna read all of hers. She was the first historical fiction I read, and it got me into reading historical fiction. That's awesome, Betsy.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, we both loved I Must Betray You a lot.
Mm-hmm. Does she have a lot of
Um,
books or do you know?
I feel like no. I think
Okay.
she's got, like, 4 or 5. Like,
Okay.
it's not a ton.
Yeah.
But I always love her author's notes. So if you didn't
Mm-hmm.
read the author's note, you should
That's how I feel about the
because
timeless books too. They're so good at the end when you keep reading.
I almost feel like that's the most impactful part of the story is when
Yes.
I read her author's note. Like, she's just
Mhm.
so good at just really explaining to you why reading historical fiction is so important and
Mm-hmm.
just really gets you in
Yeah.
those author's notes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, what books or authors would you recommend to those that enjoyed this book?
I am going to use a
Jen?
cheesy answer. I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say Kristen Hanna because that's
Mhm.
like my go-to historical girl. Like
Yeah.
if I want to be
Yes.
a sad, historical fiction, I go to Kristen Hanna. And I haven't read a bad
Mhm.
one yet, so I know that's not really an answer. I feel like that's like, kind of a cheap answer,
No, I
but
understand.
she's my girl. So
It's true though. I
yeah,
had Kristen Hanna on my list,
yeah,
specifically The Nightingale.
yes,
Um,
Mhm.
and then also this one I think is YA, but I can't remember the author's name, but it's Codename Verity.
I've heard of
Um,
that.
I read it quite a while ago, like before I even had kids, and my oldest is almost 12. So yeah, it's been probably like 13, 14 years. But that one was pretty good. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's YA. And then for adult, Ariel Lahan is also
oh
really good.
yeah,
Specifically Codename Helene. It is a World War II story, but she does historical fiction and she's just an
yes.
amazing writer.
I need to
Mhm.
read more of her. I've only read Frozen
Hmm.
River, but it's like one of my all-time favorite books ever. So
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
excited.
Yeah,
She has a
that
new
was a
one
good
coming out this
one.
year too. I'm excited.
I would say Kate Quinn.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, I'm always gonna say read Kristen Hanna, but Kate Quinn writes really good historical fiction, and she has several on World War II.
Mm-hmm.
The Alice Network and the Rose Code were my favorites of
Hmm.
hers.
Mm-hmm.
There's still some of hers I need to read. I'm trying to think of anybody else I'm forgetting. Um, if you want like a Christian historical fiction, I really like Lynn Austen, and she's got a series called Candle in the Darkness, and that is Civil War period, and those are some of my
Ooh.
favorite books of all time.
Yeah.
Um, oh, another like there's a middle grade one I read that's on the Vietnam War, and that was Hello, Mr. Marsworth, and that was so good. I gave that 5 stars, which was just really shocking because it was a middle grade,
Yeah.
but it's all written in letters,
Oh, I
and it was
love
super
that.
Oh,
good.
nice.
Yeah, it was super good, so,
Yeah.
um, I don't think that they answered yet. Okay, so what did you guys rate this?
I think my final rating, I struggled a little bit.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like
Yep.
I had a couple complaints, I think, and one of them, surprisingly, because I really do like short chapters,
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like the chapters were too short and like I
Yeah.
wasn't getting enough
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's probably like my biggest complaint about it. So yeah,
Yeah.
3.5.
That is exactly my rating and my reason. I felt like 3.5.
Mhm.
Because yeah, I feel like on one hand I was like, oh, short chapters, this is great. I can get through this, but then I was like, I would like to know more
Yeah,
about, and I think it would
yeah,
have just like kind of gripped me a little bit more. Um, but yeah, I just struggled. I was like, I enjoy it, but you know what I mean? I
yeah.
really liked it, but it was like, oh, I just wanted more. But then I
Mhm.
also like short chapters. So I was back and forth as well. I felt,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I agree. I landed on 3 stars.
Mhm.
I read a lot of historical fiction, and
Yeah.
so this one just didn't hit, like, for it being so sad, I felt like I wasn't connected
Hmm.
because of it being so fast-paced with,
Mhm.
like,
Hmm.
just jumping to different characters
Yeah.
constantly, like, really
Mhm.
quickly,
Hmm.
and I feel like it didn't build enough depth for us to
Hmm.
get, like, drawn into them.
Yeah.
And also it just being so incredibly sad the entire time. It was
Yes.
like
Like you didn't get a break.
Yeah.
to me, like, people say that about Kristen Hanna, but she takes time to build the
Mhm.
story
Hmm.
before
Yes.
getting to the really sad stuff,
Yeah.
and I feel like this was just constant sadness and there was no build.
Mhm.
And so I feel like that's another reason it didn't hit so hard is because it was just no break and there was no
Mhm.
build.
Yeah.
Um, and so I feel like you can really write a sad historical fiction and still hit,
Yeah.
but do it in a way where you're pulling us in first instead of just,
Mhm.
like, throwing it at us the whole time, and I also felt like, the descriptions of, like, the babies and stuff, I just felt like that was excessive, and
Yeah.
especially in a YA, so I
Yeah.
think that's
Mhm.
another reason I was like, "Okay, I feel like this wasn't necessary,"
Mhm.
um, to get the point across that everybody,
Mhm.
was dying in this shipwreck,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Betsy gave it 5 stars.
Betsy! I
Yay,
love the way
Betsy,
she loves books. I
I'm
love
so
that.
glad you loved it.
I know. I
I
love it.
enjoyed it. I
Yes,
just
same.
Mhm.
again, I've read a lot of historical fiction, so I feel like that makes me automatically just know that, you know, I've read a lot better.
Mhm.
I'm glad that we read it though. Like, I mean, I'm glad it
Yeah.
was something I've never, an author I never
Yeah.
read. So I'm sad,
Yeah,
but I'm happy.
and I think it's shocking that more people died on this ship than the Titanic, and that we've not
Yes.
heard about, like, I'd not heard about
Yeah.
this. I don't know if you
Same.
guys
No.
Nope.
never heard about it. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
3 stars, same reasons. We didn't spend enough time with each individual. Yeah.
Mhm.
I do agree I wanted more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The connection with the
Mhm.
characters was missing for me, and
Yeah.
I loved the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Yep.
And I loved that she had multiple POVs. She
Yeah.
just should have made them a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I Must Betray You, she does short chapters, but it's, I think, mostly from one POV. There might be one more, but I think it's mostly one POV, and so it didn't affect me, like,
Mhm.
you know, growing with the character. So it
Yeah.
was really good.
Yeah, I wonder if she would have done less POVs on this one with more, like, even if she picked like Florian and Joanna, if that
Mhm.
could have
Yeah.
made it like, skip.
Or
Well, I don't
just,
know. It was
yeah, like,
interesting,
more
even though we didn't,
pages.
even though we didn't like
Yeah.
Alfred, his POV was, you kind of just knowing what he was. I don't know.
Even, like, she could have put, like, 2 of Florian's chapters together
Mm-hmm.
and just made it longer with the same stuff, and I think it still would have hit better
Yeah.
than constantly splitting it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Not
his
even
were
necessarily that we needed more info.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think he had the longer, meaning
He
like 3
did.
pages. But
You
like
know
he
who
did have
had
the
too
longer.
many long chapters was Alfred.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
She
I almost wonder, like, what did we get from that aside
Yeah.
from knowing that Nazis are bad?
Right,
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
exactly.
And like the letter to
Alfred
the
was useless.
yeah.
Yeah.
You already know I'm easy to please, and I need to
Mhm.
branch out and read more historical so I can have some comparison. Well, Kristen Hanna,
Yeah.
obviously.
Mhm.
And Kate Quinn's a good one.
Yeah.
Um,
there
Ariel
was a kid.
Mahan.
Oh
yes.
yes. Yes.
Diane Chamberlain, I've only read the 2, but I've heard from Corinna that's her favorite historical
Oh
fiction
yeah, she's
author.
good too.
So
I've read 2, yeah. I
those
think I've
are
read the
good
same 2 too.
places to start.
Yes.
So the last thing I have is in April. Yeah, April is the next book club, and it will be Pride and Prejudice. And my hosts for that will
Ooh.
be Leah and Yvette because it
Mhm.
is both of their favorite books.
Oh
So I
yay.
thought it would be
Awesome.
really fun if they hosted that.
Yeah. So you better love it, Wendy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I better love it. I
I
mean,
know
I
you
love the
will.
movie, so I anticipate loving it, and I've
Yeah,
really
I
been
know. I'm
enjoying
just
reading
kidding.
classics, so I'm very excited. So hopefully we will see you guys back for that.
Yes.
Sorry it's so short. We don't have a lot of comments today, but I'm really glad that you guys read this with me. Thank you for
Yeah.
hosting, and I will
Thank you for having
have
us.
I will have Elise linked below, and you guys can go find her channel and all of that stuff. So we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.